Train the muscles, not the joints. Welcome back to Natural Gallant Bodybuilding Mountain. And today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about training your whole body every single day and whether this is a good idea or not, or what conditions that this might be a good idea under, right? So I just had somebody ask me whether training every day would be a good idea just to get back in the swing of things when a person takes maybe a few weeks off or a few months off training. And then basically by training a higher level of frequency but maybe a lower weight, maybe that's a way of easing the entire body back into training again. Now under this condition, I think training the whole body every day for several days in a row, especially if you're using lighter weights, I think this can be a very effective way to train and a very effective way to get everything going, get the groove down, get the coordination back, and get that blood flowing in all the different areas, right? I use this technique from time to time. Sometimes when I feel like I just want to hit everything and just get the muscles active and maybe get a pump and get that blood going. Here's the thing. If you're doing whole body workouts, you're not going to be able to get away with training all the time like this, because you will overtrain if you're using your work weight, if you're using the weight that's a challenge, or if you're going to failure on your reps all the time, especially when these are rep ranges that are maybe 30 and lower. You know, you're going to definitely be hitting that barrier of recovery.
Videotape you let me into the gym, that'd be great.
Right?
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Even if you lower the sets, just, you know, even if you lower the sets down to just one set a day, it could be too extreme for certain people. So this is going to be different for each person. But I would encourage you to try it for a period of time, especially when it comes down to getting your body back in shape again, or getting your body back into the groove or back into training and getting it used to actually addressing all the body parts and getting those grooves going and getting lots of stretches and stuff happening. Five lamb. That's good. I think if I could sneak all those out of the store, I think I'd be doing pretty good. Just got the new guy doing my chicken. I don't know if I should trust this. I hope he didn't drop one. He's looking down. I think it's on the floor. I find it's helpful in getting the whole system jump-started, right? So that's why I do it. Sometimes I'll do the whole body for several days in a row, but once I start working up close to my work weights, I'll notice that I can only really get away with doing whole body workouts for a couple days before I start to feel like I'm a little bit over-fatigued or exhausted or overtrained somewhat. But then I back off and do a 2-day split for a period of time, and then I may do a whole body workout again, or just work on body parts I feel that need to work that day and then give the other body parts rest. So this is something that you can experiment with. So yeah, do I think that you can do whole body workouts regularly? Yeah, I think you could. You could throw a whole body workout in from time to time. And if you're going to do it to the extreme level, I would say, yeah, you want to be using lighter weights. And it would be mostly for the purpose of when you're trying just to get back in the groove and get all the muscles firing and get those grooves going again. So, you know, because the biggest part of doing some of these compound lifts is coordination. So that's the first thing you lose. Once you come back to the gym, a lot of times your coordination is off. You're a little bit out of balance, especially when it comes down to squat grooves or sometimes deadlift grooves and things like that. Like the whole body movements especially suffer from this. So it's good to refine that groove first before you start working into the heavier weights. And sometimes a great way to do it is a higher level of frequency. That really does help the coordination factor. Oh, okay, Corey's just revealed that I'm a horrible shoplifter because I told him that I was going to shoplift.
Yeah.
But the problem is whenever you have a really good plan, it's kind of hard to keep it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? You want other people to know about it. But anyway, I put the sausages in there, then he asked me, and then I kind of felt bad. I'm like, okay, I can't just shoplift this stuff. If it was Bill here, I would shoplift it for sure, 100%. I would actually try to see what I could get away with. You see how much is it? There's quite a bit in there.
Oh yeah.
Somebody put it in there, it wasn't even me. I don't know, it's like that last customer. It's just, you just put the stuff in there. It wasn't my fault. Corey doesn't buy my shit anymore. Corey doesn't buy my shit anymore. I've been in here too many times hassling him. So, and usually I've got 2 or 3 espressos in me before I show up, and then they wonder why I'm always wired, right? So you got to make shopping interesting. A good word of advice though, if you're going to be doing whole body workouts 4 or 5 times a week, is to switch the exercises up. I mean, you wouldn't want to be doing squats 4 days or 5 days in a row, or bench presses and things like that, you know, for the most part. Unless you're doing like sets of 30, 40, 50 reps or something, then maybe you could get away with it. But I think for the most bang for your buck and the most results, it would probably be good for you to do about 2 to 3 different exercises in order to get the most out of the whole thing, right? I mean, ideally for bodybuilding, you want to hit the muscles from every point of view. You want to hit them from every angle, and or as many angles as you can, and therefore you're going to get the most results, right? This also goes for the rep ranges. If you're doing 5 to 7 reps one day, don't be doing 5 to 7 reps the next day. Maybe go to 10 to 15 reps or 20 to 25 reps or something. Mix the reps up so you're hitting the different muscle fibers, but you're also giving yourself a break, because it's pretty much a fact that if you do the fast twitch fiber type work, which is, you know, 5 rep range, 4 rep range, 7 rep range, maybe even 8 rep range, it's going to take longer to recover from those workouts. So while you're recovering, while those muscle fibers are recovering, then you could be pumping blood in that area with the lighter workouts, such as 15, 20, 30 reps, and so on. So you want to change those reps up, because while you're giving one muscle fiber a break, then you're basically hitting the other ones. And at the same time, you're giving your joints a break too, because they just can't take the beating from the heavy weight all the time. Now, of course, you don't have to do whole body workouts just when you're getting back into the swing of things and you want to find a way just to get back in the groove really fast. I mean, that's just one application of whole body workouts. But another thing you could do is just whole body workouts every time you go to the gym. It's just that you may find that you either need to lower the weight or lower the frequency of workouts, or maybe you need an extra couple days off a week in order to do this. So the standard sort of way I would do a whole body workout, especially if I'm doing the big compound lifts like deadlifts or bent over rows or squats, is that I'd train about 3 to 4 days a week, maybe 5 if I'm going to do some lighter workouts in those workouts. But I would stick to 3 to 5 days a week of training. But you're definitely going to need an extra day off or 2 here and there, right? So if you start to notice that your joints are sore, you start to notice that you're not recovering, you start to notice that maybe your strength is always going down, yeah, maybe you just need an extra day off or 2, or change your split up for a bit if you want to train a little bit more frequently, right? The only disadvantage of doing whole body workouts though is that your volume is going to be lower per workout, which is going to cause a different type of adaptation in the muscle, which is still fine, but again, you're going to be hitting different muscle fiber types doing that. Smaller workouts, less sets, as opposed to doing maybe 10 sets, you're probably going to be doing 2 to 3 sets for a body part, right? And you're also going to be limited to one angle or so, because it's going to be pretty tough to get all the angles in if you're only doing 2 or 3 sets for a body part. Tender tootsies. Yeah, tender. Poor little feeties aren't used to the rocks. Yay. 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 Hey. Hey, hey. Hey. I don't like that. Oh. So I hope this helps you out in your training. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks a lot to the patient supporters, and take care for now.